Hi everyone, welcome to Advice to Think Twice. This is Monica and I'm doing our week ahead readings. This is going to be for the air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. I'll put the timestamps in the description box below. So as always, these are timeless, so whenever you feel guided to watch the video, that's when you should watch it. And that's the case with all videos on my channel, especially the weekly ones in the playlist. I'm using the Wizards Tarot and the Alice in Wonderland Oracle. And yeah, please make sure to watch your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus. You have messages there, with these being general. And if you like a private reading, that is in the description box below. Keep in mind, take what resonates, disregard the rest in these general messages. Stay tuned. I will be putting up a special Valentine's Day reading offer. That will be on my specials page on the website. As soon as it's up, I'll post it on Instagram, Facebook, and I might actually need to remember to post it on YouTube as well. So stay tuned for that. And I'm going to keep it open. I'm not going to make it just about love, because I want everyone to be able to take advantage of a special offer, right? Whether you're concerned with matters of love or not. Alright, all that being said, please make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you haven't. And thank you if you have. It helps me out a great deal. And I appreciate all the love. So let's begin with Gemini. I'm doing timestamps as we go. So what's going on for Gemini in the week ahead? What's going on for Gemini in the week ahead? Situation is the Ace of Swords. The challenge is the Six of Pentacles. And the outcome is the Lovers. Interesting. Bottom of the deck is the Star. Some sort of a wish fulfillment here. Aquarius energy as well. It's also clarity combined with the Ace of Swords. There's a conversation that brings you clarity. There's a truth that is being spoken, whether you're doing this or someone else. There's a sense of victory, though, with that Ace of Swords. So it's getting your way, essentially. But I feel like it's a delayed reward for some of you, because the challenge is the Six of Pentacles. So you're getting the confirmation, you're getting the contract, you're getting your outcome that you wished for. But the challenge is you're not going to see the results of it right away. Which makes sense if it's like a job. Obviously, you're not going to get paid right away. You have to wait until payday, probably the month after you start, because you know there's always kind of, unless you're starting on the 1st of the month to be paid on the 31st of the month or the 30th of the month, you know, there's going to be first paycheck's going to be for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 week, who knows, and then a month after that it's like the full-on effect. And in the outcome, you have the Lovers, so this is a long-term commitment, absolutely, whether it's romantic or professional. This could even be a situation where there is healing within a current dynamic. If the challenge was, I don't know if you were fighting about money, but most likely it's like an imbalance when it comes to the give and take, you know, how much someone gives and how much the other party gives. There was an imbalance in giving and receiving, right? One person did too much, the other not enough. Something that felt unfair, not being on the same page with something, you know, in terms of future goals, etc. And there is a conversation or a message that says, hey, yeah, I want to do that too. I understand that. I want to do this with you. We're in it together. Maybe even signing a contract. If you weren't on the same page in terms of the next steps, because one of you wanted to move in together, the other didn't, right? This is where you modify your lease or their lease to include their name, or you buy a new place together and both your names are on it. And it's restoring the love and commitment and actually deepening the commitment between the two of you as a result of this, right? Definitely seeing job, victory to do with job, new job or promotion. Like I say, there is more money, you just kind of have to wait for it, which makes sense. Wait until you actually see the results. This could also be a win if you have been dealing with a bank, sponsor, broker, lender. You're getting the loan, the mortgage, the contract, and this is like taking something to the next level. Okay, but it's looking amazing. So the bottom line is, if you have been dealing with situations where you feel like it's unfair, a partnership, romantic or otherwise, is unfair, your advice is to have that conversation, to talk about it, because I feel like it's a beautiful partnership and the other party doesn't know how you feel, right? So it's a case of making your expectations, your wishes and desires clear, so that you can then get on the same page or get back on the same page. Okay? If you're afraid of having a conversation with someone, making it clear how you feel, because you're afraid they're not going to feel the same way, the message here is they do feel the same way, and they've literally been waiting for you to say something. And it could be the beginning of your dream partnership, your happily ever after. So that's pretty cool. Let's get more clarity here for Gemini. The Ace of Swords is the Three of Wands. Six of Pentacles is the Six of Wands, another 6. And the Lovers, which is another 6, with the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah. I mean, it's really, really pretty here. It's really a very beautiful reading. Under the Star, we have the Four of Wands. Commitment, long-term commitment. Romantic or professional, new job, promotion, new home for a lot of you. Or a wish come true to do with home and family, where maybe, again, there was either not being on the same page, but it's like you weren't aware that you're not on the same page, if that makes any sense. Or it's something that previously was like a taboo topic. You know, I can't talk about that because it's going to upset everything. And your message now is, no, actually talk about it. Because you've been in your head about it, and you don't have to be, because actually it looks very good, right? Whatever victory this is, it allows you to expand, grow, move forward, move to the next level, move something forward, especially if it's about a connection. Six of Pentacles with Six of Wands. For some of you, maybe you have been struggling with commitment issues, or you have been, if it's not you, it's the other person, but you just take it as resonate, right? There has been a struggle between going at it alone, doing things your own way, and then actually being in a balanced partnership where there should be healthy give and take, where you should discuss things with the other person because it's going to impact them as well. And it's not, it couldn't be just about you, what you want, your way of doing things. It was about, okay, coming together, learning how to compromise, learning how to meet in the middle. And maybe that was a struggle for you or the other person. Or you were afraid of being rejected, and you were too proud to even try because I don't want to get rejected, I can't handle that. And then this is about having the conversation, and it actually goes so much better than what you think, because in the end there's a new commitment that is made, romantic or professional, where you're starting to build something together. You're starting to build something together that will stand the test of time. Why? Because you're both putting in the work. It's mutual, it's balanced. You're reaching a balance with someone or something that was previously a struggle, because it was either unfair or there was not a lot of give and take. I feel like it's to do with you didn't know how to compromise. You didn't know how to work together. And it might have been a struggle for both parties. And this is just talking about it, being open, being honest, being vulnerable. And it actually goes a lot better than what you think. And for others, like I say, there's the money coming in, the contract coming in, whatever this is that you are waiting on, for the home, for the job, for your own business. You do have the victory. You will see the increase, but it's not immediate, right? But keep yourself busy, keep your head down, do the work, because it will pay off like big for you. So let's see. Overall, Oracle energy and advice for Gemini. Oracle energy and advice for Gemini in the week ahead. Oracle energy and advice for Gemini in the week ahead. Gemini in the week ahead. Okay, bottom of the deck. We have changed in the night. You have changed quickly. Yeah. So it's a matter of talking. That's what it is. It's just talking about things, because it's important to talk about expectations. It's important to talk about, because again, it's like you're getting ready to elevate, and it's important to talk to your spouse or your partner about where you want to take things with the Three of Wands, what's next for you, what you want, what you're hoping for, what you're expecting. There's a change here that opens the lines of communication. And maybe it's you. Maybe you, again, there was a struggle. There was a previous struggle. Because it's like you had to learn, you, the other person, party, both of you, had to learn how to communicate with each other, or how to meet in the middle, how to negotiate, how to compromise. Because it is a switch that is required in mindset. To go from me, what I want to do, my way is the best, my way is great, and then to go to from that to accepting that someone else might have a different opinion. And how do you blend the two, right? Because it's like, no, my way is the best, I've thought it out, it's logical, it's the logical conclusion, and then the other person has a very different opinion, and it's like, okay, so what do we do? And you would constantly reach impasses because you didn't know how to go from my view, your view, to blending the two. And there's a change in that, and as a result, there's some new conversations that are had, and a deepening of a bond, a commitment, or a new commitment, where before it was closed off, it wasn't an option, it wasn't possible. Okay, we're all mad here. 23, everyone's a little different. Yeah, exactly. You're learning how to work together with someone else. You're learning how to communicate with someone else. You're learning how to make decisions together, how to include another person in your decisions. But yeah, it's like two parts. It's like 11 is there, right? One is you, the other one is the other person, and you were kind of next to each other. And the change is about blending and being together, not just next to each other, but together. Do you know what I mean? Forget who you are. Conditioning falls away. Memory no longer defines you. Number 41, another change energy. It is a change in mindset. It's a change in perspective. It's a change in attitude when you're opening up to someone else, to make room for someone else, to take them into account when you're making decisions, to take their opinion into account, and then make decisions together. Right? It's a beautiful thing. And here's another 6, balance, healing, healthy choices, feeling blocked, restrained. Yeah, coming out of an impasse, coming out of a block, with either a new commitment, a renewed commitment that now everyone's ready to work on, right? Because you're on the same page, or a deepened commitment. You can take it to the next level. You can grow, expand, because you're on the same page now. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. You're gonna have to tell me what this is, Gemini, but it's amazing and good for you, because it takes a lot of work to get there. You know, it's like when you're on your own for so long, and you think, yeah, it's easy to be with someone else, absolutely. But then when it comes down to it, anything as easy as, you know, thinking about what to buy for food, your default, I know what I want, I know what I eat, I know what my preferences are, whatever. I have preferred stores and whatnot, and it's easy, and you just go into the pattern. right? It's easy to forget, oh, hold on, what did they want? What would they want? And then it's a case of, oh, they want something from a store that's across town. I don't really want to drive there. But then it's like, well, I respect what I want. They respect what I want, so I kind of have to respect what they want as well. And it's finding a way to not make yourself do that, but actually for it to come as your new default, right? What do we want? Finding a new store together where we both have something that we like. Do you know what I mean? It's a beautiful blend. I'm very happy for you. Okay, what do we have for Libra? Hey Libra, thank you for joining us. Hope you're doing well. Let's see what's going on in the week ahead for Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs in the week ahead. Let me try to dim this just a touch. That's a little better. Situation, the Nine of Wands. The challenge, the King of Swords. The outcome, the Five of Swords. Well, yeah, this is what an impasse looks like. Bottom of the deck, the Sun. I mean, you're dealing with a situation where the parties involved are very stubborn. The Nine of Wands is, I'm ready to fight you for it. I'm ready to fight to be heard. They're anticipating, they're expecting a fight because that's their default. That's what they're used to fight to be heard. This could be you. There's someone that's blocking something, ready to fight for it or against it. The challenge is the King of Swords. The challenge is to be fair. Take all the information in and to make a fair decision, a fair judgment, a fair ruling. In the outcome, we have the Five of Swords. This is the card where nobody wins. Why? Because everyone gets hung up on, I want it my way. And in the end, nobody wins. So you could be dealing with someone who's very proud, a little egotistical with the Sun card, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sag. And they're just like, my way is my way or the highway. They're very difficult to work with. They're very challenging. They just push all your buttons. Your challenge with the King of Swords is like, your attitude is either to do to them what they do to you. They make you a little bitter and petty. They trigger that in you. You kind of either want to be done, turn your back and completely be done, just take off, not even tell them, or do to them what they do to you. Your challenge, which is understandable with this kind of individual, but the challenge is, Libra, you're better than this. You are, I feel like this is where you're supposed to be the bigger person, but you're kind of tired of it because you're thinking, I am always the bigger person. I am always the one to apologize first, to give in to the other person's point of view, but it never comes back around. I'm always expected to be the bigger person, and that means I'm just taken for granted. And I feel like this is, if it's your energy, you're coming to a point where it's like, no, I don't want to compromise. I don't want to settle. I don't want to be the bigger person. And the Five of Swords in the outcome is no one wins in this situation. It's either going to continue with the pettiness and the bitterness. Some things may be said and done that cannot be taken back. But I feel like it's one of them situations where you ask yourself, is this the hill you want to die on, right? Is this really something you want to go to war for? Or are you okay with winning this battle but losing the war? Because I feel like something has pushed you to the limit. If it's the same person, and they always do this, or if it's everyone, right? Because your challenge is to be yourself. Your natural tendency would be to be the bigger person. Your natural tendency would be to try to be fair to everyone involved. But I feel like it's expected or it's demanded of you. And you're not having it. You're like, no, no, that's it, no more. And the more they push you, the more this Five of Swords is going to happen. And listen, it's all well and good being the bigger person, absolutely. But when it's thought out and it's your decision, it's one thing. Whereas where it comes from, I feel like I should do this, but you're censoring yourself to do that, or you're putting your feelings aside, you're ignoring your feelings. I feel like I'm disrespected. However, I want to be the bigger person. I want us to move past this. So I'll put my feelings aside and work this out so we can keep going. You do that enough times, you do get better, you do get resentful. It's a natural progression because you're constantly rejecting your own feelings, ignoring your own feelings, your own opinions, your own wants. And it's unfair to you. And then when someone comes in and expects that of you, yeah, that will put you over the limit. That will set you off. I can see that. So Libra, I'm seeing you taking a stand here. And you're just not even open to negotiation. This is a case of, I've gone with what you wanted so many times. I expect you to give me this one. I'm not going to negotiate about it. It's up to you. If you give me this one, we carry on. If you don't, you don't. We're done. Whether it's happening in family dynamics, within your job, within a relationship. That's what I'm seeing here. So let's get more clarity for Libra. The Nine of Wands, we have the Three of Wands. Someone is wanting to make a very big change. So either, if it's a case of, for some of you, I'm getting that the offices are moving and they're just expecting you to go. And you're like, no, don't I get a say? Shouldn't I get a say? And they're like, oh, well, we thought you'd be okay with it. You never had a problem before with anything that we try to do. You know what I mean? You're just expected to go with it, and it's big. Someone wants to move, and it's like, oh, I've been looking at houses for the past 3 weeks. And you're like, what do you mean? I don't want to move. What is happening? Shouldn't you have at least talked to me? Oh, you never have a problem with anything that I want to do. And it's fine. Look, we're doing this, we're doing that. The challenge with the King of Swords, Page of Wands. But you see how he's still in a fighting stance? In the outcome with the Five of Swords, we have the Two of Swords, yeah. You don't want to talk about it. Nope. Challenge. Fair communication. Communication and then making a fair decision. That's a challenge and you're just not having it. Nope. Not happening. It's not a negotiation. Nope. What comes after that? Justice. Taking someone to court to show them you mean business. Or taking a stand because that's what's fair to you. And that's the right thing for you. Or that's the right thing in the situation, actually. With justice, that's the right decision. That's what's fair. And you're taking a stand for something to be done because that's what's fair. And you might be dealing with a petty little... trying to be PG-13. Little A... SS. Immature. They're just trying to get you to go along with it, not even ask you about it. Sun card, it's just about what they want. The Six of Swords, it could involve travel, relocation. The Queen of Swords, King and Queen of Swords could be going on in a relationship. Someone's just... they have been planning something with the Three of Wands that involves you, but they haven't told you about it. It's like you don't get a say, you don't get an opinion. And then you find out about it, and all hell breaks loose because their attitude towards it sets you off. And you're going into shutdown mode. Nope. I feel like you're going to try to talk to them like, do you know where you're trying to make sure you're understanding the situation properly before you go off on someone? That's what I'm saying. So you're trying to understand, okay, how did you come to this conclusion? What was your thinking? Why didn't you ask me? And then their response is very nonchalant, kind of funny. They think they're funny, you know? You never have a problem with it. With, oh, look at you, you're taking a stand now? It's dismissive. Sets you off. 5 swords, 2 swords, justice. Nope. Shut down. We are not talking about this. This is not a conversation. This is not a negotiation. You made this decision without me. Out you go. That's it. I'm done. Right? Or no, I'm not going to do this because I never have a problem with what you want to do. And that's to be expected. That means you don't appreciate it when I'm trying to support you and I'm trying to encourage you. That means you just don't appreciate it. You're just taking it for granted. That sets you off. That's it. I'm done. I'm taking it all back. Nope. You on your own. And it can lead to a breakup. Can lead to you quitting a job, a project. But with the Justice card, it's the right thing to do. It's what's fair in the situation, because you have been in a dynamic that is deeply flawed, where you think you're being appreciated for trying to be the bigger person. You think they see and appreciate what you're doing, and actually it turns out with the Sun card, they're just expecting it, right? They're just expecting it, taking you for granted completely, and you're not having it. You're moving on. Like I say, it's breakup, it's divorce, it's separation, it's cutting ties, blocking people, because you finally understand this is never going to change. If they don't see you, value, appreciate you by now, they're never gonna. And it's like you finally have that clarity, and it's like you're done, and you have peace in your mind and in your head that you're doing the right thing, right? Maybe before you always questioned yourself, right? If I don't want to do this, does that make me a bad person? Am I being selfish? Am I being closed-minded? You always used to question yourself when you were kind of expected to say or do something with or for someone else. You always questioned yourself. And again, you put those feelings aside. You put your feelings aside. You try to explain them away, thinking, oh, we're working together, this is for our greater good, or this is valued, this is appreciated. And I'm sure they'd do the same for me if it came to that. And this is showing you what that really was, to the point where that's it. No, I'm not being unfair to them. I'm being unfair to me. They don't deserve me. They don't know how to treat me. They don't value me. And you're cutting ties. Overall energy and advice for Libra. Overall energy and advice for Libra for the week ahead. And it's unfortunate when we get there. However, it is a blessing that we get there, because that allows us to free ourselves completely from a toxic, unfair situation, and then choose something that is more balanced, healthy, on our level, fair. I want to be a queen. I mean, come on. 33, stating your sovereignty, declaring freedom, passing a test. You're passing a karmic test that was meant to teach you about your self-worth, self-respect, and standing up for yourself, and making sure that what is happening is fair to you as well as others. And it has taught you that. You've learned that. You've passed the test. And you're declaring freedom. That's it. That's it. You don't deserve me. I'm cutting ties with you. No question. No question. No doubt. No second guessing. Nope. Done. Choices. Feeling blocked, restrained. Yeah, you've been blocked and you've been restraining yourself because you thought it was keeping the balance in a situation, because you thought that was what was fair. And you're having this realization that, oh, actually, I've just been keeping myself stuck. I thought by doing that we would grow and develop, but in reality they continue to get their way and I just kept myself stuck. You are rare and free, number 38. Yeah, there are not many like you. You're learning to value yourself. Okay? And accepting that a situation, a dynamic you were in was deeply flawed, in that they took you for granted. They did not see your worth. They did not see your value in a way where they were grateful for it. They saw it as a weakness. Libra always gives, to the point where they don't even ask you if you want to do it, right? They just expect you to or demand you to. I feel like that's the last straw. Do not drink poison. Do not do things you know are bad for you. That's exactly what this is. And that poison there is the anger, the resentment, the bitterness that comes from you neglecting, downplaying, ignoring your own feelings, your own thoughts, because you told yourself that that wasn't fair. When in reality, it was just poison, just toxic. You were thinking, I'm maintaining a balance and we're growing together. The other party, whoever they are, was just taken. And it's just a toxic thing that you are now getting out of. No question in your mind, no doubt in your mind. And that's pretty amazing. That is pretty amazing. Yeah, look. Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. What's going to happen next is you're going to take all that back. The High Priestess is the number 2 major arcana. You're finding your balance within yourself. And you're taking all that back that you've invested in this unfair, toxic situation. And you're investing in yourself. And whatever follows in your life that you accept to receive will be balanced, will be fair. Because you are in charge now. Okay? So this is amazing. Tell me what this is for you if you're dealing with these energies. And if you are, I understand. It is challenging, unpleasant to say the least. However, it's one of them turning points in our lives. We're looking back, we're very grateful that things happened this way because they gave us clarity and freedom. Okay? So I hope this helps you. Tower, yeah. You're breaking down, tearing down what is unfair, what is less than you deserve. There's an immense sense of freedom that comes with that, Libra. And independence and confidence, because what you're left with is the truth. There's no more second guessing. There's no more confusion. Okay, moving on to Aquarius. Hey Aquarius, thank you for joining us. Hope you're doing well. As always, if you're skipping ahead, please make sure to watch the intro as well. Page of Pentacles, some unexpected news about good news about money, studies, job, an offer towards a commitment of some sort. What's going on for Aquarius in the week ahead? Show me Aquarius in the week ahead. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. There we go. The Wheel of Fortune, talking about unexpected opportunities, and look what's in the center. It's a pentacle. Love it when that happens. The challenge, the 7 of Pentacles, you don't see it coming. You anticipate you're going to have to wait longer for it, or it's not happening to the timing that was set. Does that make sense? And in the outcome, the 4 of Cups. Be mindful, it can turn into a missed opportunity. I feel like you're waiting for one thing with the 7 of Pentacles, right? You have a plan, you've been working to the plan, and you're waiting for one thing, the result of that plan. And you're waiting. There is something unexpected, but it's different than what you're waiting on. Okay? There's something different about it. Either comes at a different time, from a different source. It's something different altogether. And your advice is to keep an open mind, keep your options open, keep an open mind about possibilities, keep an open mind about how things are going to play out. Don't try not to be too strict or rigid in terms of timings, budgets. You can only control your own actions in a situation, and then it's about being flexible about the rest. Okay? Other people, institutions, external circumstances, timings especially. Because it can lead to a missed opportunity. Bottom of the deck, Two of Swords, yeah. This is where we're closed off. We don't want to look at options. We don't want to make different decisions. We're blocking possibilities. Why? Because you're waiting on one thing. One thing, one person, one outcome. It has to be that way. Why? Because I've planned it so well. Because I've put so much into it. Because I can't give up on it. I put too much in it. It has to be that. It has to work. It has to happen. And I understand that reasoning. However, the divine is stepping in and giving you a much better opportunity. And it's a case of, can you co-create? Can you do your part and then just be open to how the universe delivers the results? Because what is presented to you with the Four of Cups is divinely guided. It's something that is shining there. It's got white light on it. It's protected. It's guided. But you have your back to it. You have to keep your eyes open for the possibilities in order for you to be able to see the possibilities, right? And again, with the Four of Cups, you're closed off. It has to work. It has to be this. It could be something you've tried 3 times before. It could be something you've invested a number that has to do with 3, right? 300, 3,000, 300,000, 30,000, whatever. Or it's something that, in terms of time, you've been trying for 3 months, 3 years, 13 years. And it's like, no, it has to work. Could be something that you're like, this is my last shot, but it has to work. I don't want to give it up. Okay, let's get more clarity here for Aquarius. With the Wheel of Fortune, we have the Page of Cups. Yeah, divinely guided. Here's that cup. Seven of Pentacles is your challenge. Seven of Swords, self-sabotage, closing yourself off. Another 7. Not looking at the possibilities. But it's like subconsciously you know that it's self-sabotage. Subconsciously you know you're being stuck on it, being stubborn about it, being closed off to other things, you know. Four of Cups and the outcome, King of Pentacles. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. And the Two of Pentacles. I feel like for the most part, you will at least entertain it, because that's what this is. And that's a good way to handle it. And the Four of Swords. You'll entertain it. You'll think about it. For some, I feel like you're going to take too long to think about it. That's part of self-sabotage. Because the longer you think about the new possibility, the longer you hold on to the old possibility. Do you know what I mean? Under the Two of Swords, we have the High Priestess. Yeah. Aquarius, you're sabotaging yourself and you know it. I have to be honest with you. Queen of Swords under that. Yep. It's like you know better. I hear you know better. And I'm just the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. You know better. I don't know if this is you waiting for a person to step up, a person to come back, to treat you better, to come on the same page, get on the same page with you, to give you what you deserve. I don't know if you are waiting on an outcome for a project, a plan you've been working on that you've invested money into, or time, your reputation, I don't know. But whatever this is, You know that as you wait for this, you're cutting yourself off from other possibilities, maybe better possibilities. But this is like making excuses to be stuck, making excuses to procrastinate. Because you're constantly telling yourself, I've put too much into it, I can't walk away. I've put too much time in it, I can't walk away. I've put too much money in it, I can't walk away. Meanwhile, here's this unexpected, divinely guided opportunity. A new person talking to you. There's offering, whatever they're offering is true. True love, a true opportunity towards abundance, financial abundance and otherwise. They're a true friend. They could lead to more, or they could lead to more in terms of business as well. It's genuine, it's honest, and it's divinely guided. It may come from an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It may come from a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But whatever this opportunity is, it's something that most of the work is done. You just kind of have to get on board, is what I'm seeing. Whereas for others of you, whereas the other situation is something that you have had to start from scratch. You did most of the work. And it's been a big struggle. Whereas this other opportunity, like I say, this is someone who knows what they're doing. They can put up or shut up. They can bring support, finances, stability to you, whether it's in business or to do with love. They're not going to push. They're not going to insist. They will make an offer and then give you some time to consider it. They're very realistic and practical. However, if you take too long, they'll walk away, because they can read people very well. They will see you're not interested. They might even figure out that you're stuck on something or someone else, and they will walk away, turning this from a blessed opportunity into a missed opportunity. And again, it's a case of, I feel like we've had this conversation before. It's a case of you could do it on your own, but it would be very, very challenging, and it would take a lot longer still. If you think you've waited a long time, there's a lot more waiting to happen. There's a lot more start and stop energy. There's a lot more stuck energy. Four of Cups, Four of Swords. If you're waiting on someone, again, it's an unhealthy situation. You know it. You've given them chance after chance after chance. It might be an on again, off again thing. You might have told yourself it has to work this time. I'm not having another breakup. I'm not having another divorce. But is that enough to keep you in a toxic situation? Does that really warrant it? Do you know what I mean? Or they have to be the one. Says who? And actually, if you're going to be realistic and kind of honest with yourself, with High Priestess there and the Queen of Swords, there's a reason you broke up in the first place. If it's a case of the ex, there's a reason you broke up. There's a reason they're your ex. And the thing is, they haven't changed. So how can you expect different results when you're doing the exact same thing? Do you know what I mean? It'll be your decision. But this is a heads up. There's a better way. There's an easier way. There's a better opportunity. But as always, we have free will. We have to choose it in order for it to play out in our lives. If not, it'll just pass us by. It is your decision at the end of the day. It's what you really want to do. No judgment here, trust me. So let's see. Overall energy and advice for Aquarius in the week ahead. Overall energy and advice for Aquarius. Number 8. Do not drink poison. Do not do things you know are bad for you. You know. You know. You know. You know. The self-sabotage that, you know, I don't have to tell you. And again, trust me, there's no judgment. We've all been there. But it's what you learn from it, right? You've been going around in cycles and circles with the with the number 8 there. It's cycles energy. It's never ending, but it's never ending when it's something toxic. Do you really want that? And again, it's just confirming for you that what you're stuck on, if it was toxic before, it still is toxic. Investigate, look closely, ask questions, think before acting. This is telling you to entertain things. Another 7. 7s have to do with truth and wisdom. This is telling you to be honest, okay? To be honest. You already know the answers. You already know someone's not changed. You already know it'll be more of the same. You already know you deserve better. And this is asking you to look closely at your situation. Are you really happy? Is that really your end all? Is that really something that is fair and healthy to you? It is also asking you to be in an inquisitive mind state where, again, you keep an open mind. You see other possibilities. And then it's asking you to entertain them. Ask questions. What could happen? Right? And really think it through before you decide if you're going to accept or reject something. That being said, think it through doesn't mean procrastinate. Okay? With the High Priestess there, you already know the answers. It's just a case of double checking, right? As it were. Use your time well. Yeah. Make every moment count. Don't take too long. You take too long, something's going to turn into a missed opportunity. Especially in a case where you already know what you want to do. And you taking too long is actually you procrastinating, and it's self-sabotage, and you're aware of it. Okay? We're all mad here. Number 23. Everyone's a little different. It's time for change. It's time to honor who you are. I feel like, especially if it's a case of you've been dealing with a toxic situation where you've been trying to please someone. You've been trying to be whoever someone else wanted you to be. This is asking you to honor who you are. And if you have to change everything about you in order to please someone else, to see the pattern, to see the toxic energy in that, the codependent energy in that, and to make different choices, to honor yourself, and that way you'll make different choices. To really be honest with yourself in terms of what you deserve. Because that way, you just have a different attitude and a different outlook. When you realize what it is that you truly deserve, it's easier to release something that has kept you stuck. Because you're acknowledging, it becomes abundantly clear that actually, if you saw my worth to begin with, I wouldn't be left waiting. You'd do right by me. Do you know what I mean? So, that is your reading. I hope it makes sense to you, and if it does, if you resonate with it, I really hope it helps you, okay? It's a bit of a tricky situation, but you are being given lifelines. You're being given a way out of a toxic cycle, a toxic pattern in your life, okay? And actually, it's something that it will be what you deserve. It will be fair, it will be balanced, it will be specific for you. They will honor you who you are, whether it's in work or business or love. They will honor who you are, they will value who you are. You won't have to prove yourself, you won't have to work forever for them to see you. You won't have to change anything about you. Okay? So, I'll leave that with you. I'm looking forward to your thoughts, your feedback. But I hope the reading helps you, okay? Have a great week, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.